A distracted truck driver smashed into a car, killing a 2-year-old and an infant. A special needs 4-year-old boy was severely beaten by his father, and he's going to have emotional and physical injuries for the rest of his life. A large company laid off hundreds of employees. A spouse cheated, and a friend lied. These are some recent news headlines, and they all have a common theme. Someone chose to bring agony into someone else's life, and now that innocent person must make a decision. Do they carry the extra weight of anger, bitterness, and unforgiveness, or do they put it down? Let's talk. As an avid backpacker, I am still struck by the reality that everything I need for life, I carry on my back. Everything else is really just extra stuff that weighs me down on the trail. In fact, one of the goals of a seasoned backpacker is to reduce his pack weight. You can always tell a rookie trail walker by the way his pack crushes his spine and bends his knees. The analogy of life and backpacking has hit me on more than one occasion. I collect my gear, I methodically place each piece of equipment in its designated spot, and then I head out to the trail. The same is true with life. We collect what we need, carefully surround ourselves with our stuff, and then begin to walk through life. One thing becomes very clear by about the age of 25. Life is heavy, burdensome, and even cumbersome. And the sad part is others seem to want to make it overbearing and crushing. But here's the great part. I can choose to refuse to pick up their extra weight. Their extra weight is what I've started to call rocks. You see, that truck driver, father, spouse, company, or friend, well, they're standing there with an awkward-looking, heavy rock in their outstretched arms, and they're trying to give it to you to carry. And the crazy thing is that most of us, well, what we'll do is we'll actually take it from them and add weight to what is already a difficult trek. If we don't learn to refuse another person's gift or the burden and put it down once we've accepted it, eventually the rocks consume every ounce of our energy, and we look like the clumsy rookie stumbling down the trail instead of a light-footed veteran who knows how to hike. So here's the secret to lighten the load. Forgiveness. Dropping the weights that you voluntarily picked up. Oh, I know that's a nasty word for most of us. I assure you it feels like a curse word on my lips at times. Then I ask myself, why are you refusing the free offer to allow gravity to win? Let it go. Let it go. There are a litany of reasons we hate to forgive, but I put one word at the top of my rationalization for holding on to those rocks. Power. It feels like I'm giving that person power over me when I forgive. But let's stop and consider that for a moment. Who's the one losing sleep? Who's the one eating too much or not enough? Who's the one with acid in their churning stomach? Who's the one who's suffering? What power exactly are you giving up when you forgive? I'll tell you. It's the very power a person continues to hold over you by your daily choice to pick up their rocks. Psychologists and psychiatrists agree. If you hold on to unforgiveness, you are the one who pays in every possible way. Funny thing is, that's exactly what the God of the Bible has said for thousands of years. Forgive and you will be forgiven. The simple truth is, we should do it just because He says to, but our God is so cool that He doesn't leave this one as just a command, but instead as a both and. That is, when you forgive, you both follow God's command and you receive the benefits. For years, I carried a very large rock, and it held me back from opportunities, or better said, it kept me from really living. One day, the Lord reminded me of a powerful quote from Jesus that freed me from this burden. Jesus said, "I must be about my Father's business." Jesus said this to His own mother. So here's what I got from that reminder. There are more important things in life than concerning ourselves with the pressures that others want to load on us. We have to forgive them, or at least always be ready, willing, and able to forgive somebody, and then move on. And not just move on to the next thing, but move forward doing the business that God has uniquely qualified each one of us to take care of. If you're carrying the burdens of others, you're missing your full purpose in life. Instead, you have decided to throw your life away in a real sense by following the path, and listen carefully, the path that others have chosen for you. Now that is power over you. Their rocks in your hands are wearing you out and slowing you down from summiting the mountain God has chosen just for you. God chose you. You, my friend. Open your fingers. Release your grip. Let the rocks fall and feel the freedom. Feel that freedom. Enjoy life again. Stop struggling. Look past what's in front of you and look around you at indescribable beauty. Listen to the birds, smell the air, and get ready for that excitement of adventure that you seem to have lost somewhere in your past. Listen, I hate that bad things happen, but they do, and they will. After all, we all do reckless things, and sometimes, well, others get hurt. No one, not even God, is asking you to forget it. But God is asking you to forgive, or be ready to forgive. And in that moment, you will begin to rest in His peace. Drop those rocks and climb on.